Okay.
We've started.
What? Camera rolling?
Yes, I just said that.
Okay, let's go. All right, so
What is up?
What?
what?
I said, what is up?
To the video ever. Okay.
What about the time when I was singing iCarly?
What? Okay. Let's do a quick review of the first round of the playoffs.
Good start, guys. Good start.
Start with the couple of teams on buys because that matters so much. Anag, he was showing off about his team. He's like, "You guys are lucky. My team came on a bye week." What's incredible about this is he started Sterling Shepard and Gesicki, and he still scored 142.
Did Gesicki do bad?
He made like one catch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't really start anyone.
Yeah. Next week, he'll have a chance to make the decision between Cole Beasley and Sterling Shepard as his WR2, which is going to be exciting. Yeah, he's set to face Ian Miller.
That's gonna be a matchup. Let's preview that later.
Yeah. A rule started Greg Olson and Josh Jacobs because he didn't need to set his lineup. And he only put up 126. Everybody blew up, but this could bode well for his opponent because maybe he's picking at the wrong time. Amari Cooper had a great game. Allen Robinson had a great game. Christian McCaffrey had an okay game for his standards, and Mahomes had an okay game for his standards. But yeah, he doesn't really have many decisions to make next week outside of tight end. So that'll be his 1 week spot. He'll have to think about. I'm not actually sure about the update on Olsen. Let's look at it.
Got to pick up Ian Thomas.
Ian Thomas. Yeah, Mark Andrews is hurt, so I'm going to have to look at the waiver wire if I want to beat that.
I thought they said it was minor.
It was minor, but he plays on Thursday, so there's no guarantees.
Oh,
yes. The 13 versus 14 seed.
Wait, dude, just Hayden Hurst.
Francisco will probably place a claim on him or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Why? I have Tyler Higbee, the GOAT.
Classic 13 versus 14 matchup here.
Arthur Juan Brown!
Imagine being excited about not finishing last.
Dude, I have literally the top 2 wide receivers on the entire
I guess
league.
if you ain't last,
fancy to
you're
finish
almost
seventh?
first.
No, I can finish 9th.
Oh, okay.
But dude, 186 points. And that's with the defense going -6. That's
Okay,
crazy.
I want everybody watching this, if they haven't seen Sanders' passing touchdown, go watch that. That was incredible. That was like one of the best throws I saw this weekend. That was so good.
And just go watch AJ Brown highlights. It's no
Wait,
longer
dude.
November, so it's safe.
The receiving touchdown too. That was crazy.
That was pretty good. But that passing touchdown
Like-
was straight beautiful.
And my boy Young Hui, 18 points.
No.
And Jameis, being Jameis.
Okay, 49ers defense. Hello, -6. Hey, their projection was about 6. They got about 6. -6.
And yeah, somehow if Francisco had gotten like more points from his defense, then he would have scored almost 200. You know, it'd be like that sometimes.
Meanwhile, the pretty insignificant matchup here. Derrick Henry. I will mention it later, but if I haven't mentioned it yet, this episode.
You hate him?
I hate Derrick Henry and everything he stands for. Moving on. Wow, the best team in the league only scored 83
Yeah.
at Ian Miller.
His roster's so bad, actually. I don't know why I thought he was good. We thought he was good before.
George Kittle.
Remember we all said he was a dark horse?
Johnson with 25.6 points.
He's been starting
man.
Deontay Johnson regularly. That's how bad
Yeah.
his team is.
I mean, DeAndre
Oh, I
Johnson
love the
is putting
Darius
good
Slayton. I
numbers.
love the Darius Slayton start. Good shit.
Oh, wow, he actually started Darius Slayton.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, I didn't have any other relevant wide receivers on my team because Auden Tate was injured, I think. Oh,
got
no,
Tommy
he got
Lee.
injured during that game. And
So did you win that trade, Daniel?
which one?
Oh, Daniel,
Wait.
if you hadn't traded those 2 guys to me, you would have the top 3 wide receivers on the week on your team.
Oh my
Wait.
god.
Wait, what are you talking
The
about? What did you trade?
Slayton for Goddard.
I
Oh,
got.
Slayton.
I'm talking about Sanders and AJ Brown. I got both of them from Daniel.
Yeah.
No, I was saying that did he win the Slayton for Goddard trade?
Yes. Big if true.
Bro.
Patrick Laird, the white Christian McCaffrey out there.
Yeah, 12.6. I actually did pretty decently this week.
And
Oh my
finally,
God.
I just do what I do best. It's beat Paulo at things.
Yeah.
You started both. You said
I started both Texans running back, and it worked. Can I get some
over your boy Matt Breida. Wow.
Oh my.
Matthew
Fucking
Brady.
show.
It actually worked.
Wait, who has Raheem Mostert?
Justin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I told him.
And
I
he has
told him
DeAndre
to-
Washington. I told him to pick up DeAndre Washington.
I'm just gonna mention it just because I have to. DK Metcalf kind of exposed Jalen Ramsey, even though he only scored 14 fantasy points. I'm gonna say that he exposed Jalen Ramsey. Mark Andrews.
Okay.
Mark Andrews got hurt. His game is on Thursday, so there's a good chance I think he doesn't play. So I got to hit the waiver wire.
Okay, let's go on to matchups that actually matter.
The playoffs.
And then this happens. The guy who doesn't know he's playing a playoff game drops 148. Drew Brees, 6 passing touchdowns. He really didn't even start a running back. For all intents and purposes, he didn't start a running back.
Yeah.
Rex Burkhead. Wow.
He
Stay
benched
for free.
Marlon Mack for some reason? I don't know. But next
No,
week he's
because
going to have...
because he didn't know that it was a playoff game, so he didn't set his lineup. That's what
But he
told me.
did. He picked up Rex Burkhead like an hour before the game started.
Or I don't know. He said I didn't start Mac because I didn't think this week mattered.
Well, here you go.
But he still had his
Yeah.
lineup.
But
Anyway,
I told Justin to start Tevin Coleman, and he didn't listen to me. Yeah, I don't know. This was closer. I don't know.
Tevin Coleman
Wait.
1.6.
you need Mostert?
I told him to start Coleman.
Oh, well, that's a good decision.
Good,
yeah.
Good.
Coleman is trash.
Started
But,
Washington instead. That's what he-
Anyway. Sad end for Justin after those 2 blow-up weeks.
Yeah, and he started
Fournette
7
lets
and
him
1.
down.
Right?
Yeah, something like
DJ
that.
Moore lets him down. Cortland Sutton lets him down. Jack Doyle lets him down.
Oh God, Jack Doyle.
Jackery Doyle. But yeah.
Yeah,
Look out, Ian. Ian, if he gets Connor and Mac back, he could make a run for the ship here.
We have let Ian last too long in this league.
Yeah.
I'm sick of this.
The Rollin' Jones.
Meanwhile,
Ooh,
Alejandro
baby.
did his job.
I would like to. Can we just get a moment of silence for Marvin Jones, who was placed on IR today?
F.
That was the moment. Yeah. So I was not trusting him the last couple of weeks with David Blau and Jeff Driscoll, and he was doing well. So finally, I put him in, and he gets injured, and I am no longer at full Jones. This is very bad.
Are you starting Tannehill next week?
Who does Wentz play?
Oh, he has a good matchup. I think.
Yeah, they play.
I was about to say the
That's
Giants,
tough.
but they do not play the Giants, so.
They play the Redskins, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Redskins in Dallas.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, but
I
Ryan
don't know.
Tannehill, dude.
Robert Woods is showing up when it matters, baby.
Yeah. I was clearly wrong about being able to drop him.
Redemption for the start of the season plus when I lost by 1.6 because he couldn't play on Sunday night.
I hope whatever is going
and
on
Aaron Jones-
there is all right with him.
Yeah. But he's making up for that for sure. Hope he's okay.
Luckily,
Aaron Jones.
Sorry,
Aaron Jones is back, baby. He is back.
That was
and-
maybe
yeah.
the weakest baby I've heard in my entire life.
Aaron Jones is back, baby.
Okay, that was weird.
Very nice.
Yeah. Oh, and Julio, back from injury, didn't do that well. But I got enough consistent performance that.
Poor Robbie lost Mike Evans.
Yeah. Well,
Mike
at
Evans
least he lost
now-
it. At least Mike Evans scored a touchdown before he lost it.
And at least he lost by a big enough margin that he can't say that he lost because Brady was robbed of a touchdown.
And because he put in Benjamin Snell over.
Oh yeah, I told him to start Snell over. I was
Pascal.
actually trying to help him
So
because
did
I didn't know he was talking about
Me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'm glad it worked out for my boy.
Yeah, and so this is where we stand right now. Arul gets to face a depleted Alejandro team, but
Not even that depleted.
not that depleted,
It's just-
but it's 2/3 of the
Yeah.
Jones.
He gets Engram back though.
He does
Wait,
get it.
what do you mean 2/3 of the Jones?
You have Aaron and Julio.
Yeah.
Anag versus Ian could get very, very spicy. Anag, do
Yeah,
your
that's
job.
intriguing.
Do your job, please. I've had enough of Ian Miller sneaking into everything and then just blowing up. Just do your job. Meanwhile, 7th place, here comes Ahaan Rungta.
Me versus Ahaan has happened
You're gonna lose to Daniel.
fairly regularly this season in like very important junctures.
You're gonna lose to
Actually,
Daniel.
the last
Wait.
matchup of the season was me versus Ahaan, but that wasn't that important because we were both eliminated at that point, I think. But I still beat him. So
I have a question
Ahaan,
here.
I will see you in the 9th place game.
Wait,
You
so
think I'm
what
actually
happens
going to lose
to
to
the-
Daniel?
Yes, your team is ass.
Can you scroll up?
Your team is
wait,
actually
wait.
butt cheeks.
Dude, if Le'Veon Bell actually plays instead of going bowling, I'm going to win.
he's playing
your
Baltimore.
team sucks. It's like your team sucks.
Dude, my team is elite.
Is that why they have the second least points scored?
It's because of injuries.
Okay,
Dude, Robbie Anderson is my worst player. That's how good
Remind
my
you that
team
I
is.
am also starting Peyton Barber and Patrick Laird as my running backs, so you have that going for you.
what about Brian Hill?
Speaking of
Oh
trash
yeah, I also
roster-
have Brian Hill, but I didn't start him this week.
Speaking of trash
Wait.
rosters,
Ahaan.
Yeah.
I want to. Can you go back to the bracket for a sec?
sure.
I want to see what happens with the bottom of the winner's consolation ladder. What happens there?
Oh, I have no
They
idea
just
what
play-
happens there. We're gonna have to figure out.
Each other.
Like, why are there 3 games?
Oh,
I don't know. I think they place the winner into the second one and the loser into the third one, and they don't play on the last week. That's my theory.
Sounds
Which is kind of dumb.
correct.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, maybe
They
the
should,
Jewish
they
matchup-
should play the last week.
We'll
No,
see.
no.
We'll see.
They
I don't
should-
know. That's just weird.
Dude, I don't play. I haven't played an ESPN league with consolation. I haven't played in an ESPN league with first round buys, so I don't know how it works exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of trash rosters, we're 1 week through the host bowl. And
Your boy,
I'm not in triple
doing
digits.
pretty well.
It's because Le'Veon Bell went out fucking bowling.
Wait, is that
Yeah,
actually
the
what? What happened? He got
No,
sick
he
from
had the
bowling?
flu. And no, he did not get sick from bowling. But while the game was going on, he was bowling.
Oh,
Or he went out
Wow.
late at night that night. He said he was sick.
So interesting for me was Carson Wentz. How many points did he have? Played 3 quarters, like 3 points.
I don't know. I wasn't.
That would
really-
be 2.1. I was following that because I needed Wentz under.
2.1.
Yeah.
And he gets 21 in the fourth. He gets like 2 touchdowns after
Wait,
like
he had
15
one
and one.
touchdown. No, never mind.
Wait.
Yeah,
Are
you're
we
right.
allowed to do like roster replacements? Because I think
No, follow the rule.
No.
what? Wait, Evans
I
is
gotta
out
stick
though.
with this trash roster. The rest
Dude, this is why I suggested a bench, and you guys were like, no.
benches are
That's
stupid.
true.
Man up.
Can I at least replace
No.
Mike Evans with someone else?
No,
No.
injuries happen.
No.
It's part of fantasy.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Anyway,
I suggested.
Why you think Chris
a
Godwin's
fix
gonna
to
get
this,
all
and
the
you guys
volume?
didn't.
You're
Yeah,
fine.
this is just a dumb rule, but okay.
Dude, I could be complaining about Le'Veon Bell. I could be
Right,
complaining.
but he's
literally
actually
complained
playing
about-
next week.
We don't know that.
Yeah, it's a fucking flu or some shit. Oh my god.
It's part of the fun to let it go.
Okay,
Breathe
hold on.
and let it go.
Okay, Han!
Okay, you better
You
send
know,
me the video so I can edit this out.
Daniel, you wanted the consolidation of Godwin and Evans. Well, now you definitely got it
Are you-
because Godwin's gonna get all the everything.
Oh, I mean, I guess, sure, but like, okay. I mean, whatever.
But yeah, your boy's off to a nice lead. I put a positional breakdown we can look at real quick. Also, Daniel way leading in the quarterback category, so great picks.
It's
I'm
because,
last
it's
in the
because of Ryan
quarterback
Tannehill. It's literally just because of Ryan Tannehill. That's the
Yeah.
only reason.
Oh my god, I'm last in the quarterback.
And you were like, oh, these are 2 easy picks. Thanks, guys.
I wasn't like
Very
that.
nice.
I was like, let me just.
The boys that took the Green Bay people and were all excited about their matchup with the Washington. Oops.
Yeah.
Aaron
Rodgers 13
Jones.
points.
If you missed the last
Devontae
episode,
Adams,
my original plan
Aaron
was
Jones.
to save my last round for a QB and take Drew Lock. Looks like I should have stuck with the plan.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, David and Juke
Oh,
better.
I'm also winning wide
well.
receivers because of my great pick of Michael Thomas. DJ Moore actually disappointed. And then tight ends.
Zach Ertz went undrafted.
Yeah, because you picked freaking David and Njoku.
Does that say I have?
Wait, I mean,
Oh,
he
never
was
mind.
forced to, right? Because your last pick had to be a waiver wire pick.
Yeah,
Well, then
I should have stuck with the Drew Lock plan.
You should have stuck with the Drew Lock plan, exactly.
That's fair.
And then I'm the only one who picked a flex anywhere close to good. Ale, I told you to pick AJ Brown, he didn't do it. I'm just saying.
I thought he was too old.
Ain't
sure?
Devontae Parker, not looking so spicy.
Wait, what did you determine as flex?
The last picked at the position, so because he's my third running back. Ahaan's flex is Sutton.
Okay.
Those flex is James Washington, and yours is
Devontae Adams.
Was
Okay.
it really less than 30 owned?
Well,
Maybe
last
not
for
after
now.
this week, but last
With greater-
week he was.
Well, not.
I'm very
I know.
sure
I'm
most of
looking.
these players were.
I'm looking at the. Okay, so right now, he's at 31, and he got added in 9% of leagues. So yeah, he was under.
Yeah.
I'm going to say second place is within reach. But we'll see. All right. With that, head into the final segment of...
Not the final
second to
segment.
last.
What? Oh, my bad. Okay, fine. Screen share time. Yeah, so, a few episodes ago, by few I mean like 8.
After week 6, yeah.
Yep. Start, cut, bench for the rest of the season. We made some predictions.
Wow, these were actually good on my end. Unlike my love hates.
Yeah, so I said start Matt Ryan. It's like fine. I said cut Baker. It's reasonable. I started him in one fantasy league against Miami, and he did well that week.
Yeah, he's just had really, really bad matchups.
Completely reasonable pick. Bench Garoppolo. If you stashed him and started him against the Saints, good job.
Yeah, he's had some.
Or against the Cardinals.
Or against the Cardinals, good job.
And
Matt Breida, not looking so spicy.
So after
No.
after week 7, which is when this happened, Baker Mayfield actually has averaged 20 points a game. So there's that.
You know what I'm saying? I said cut the Tampa Bay backfield, but Peyton, does it say Barker? Peyton Barber. Peyton Barber.
They
You haven't
both are
really
like.
been able to trust any one of those on a consistent
Yeah,
basis.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
if you bench them, I mean, if you cut them, you're probably better off than if you had them on your roster and then tried to start them in the wrong start them if you try to chase points after they did well after they were on your bench. So
And I said bench Chase Edmonds, but Kenyon Drake happened.
And he got injured, so.
And then he got injured. I said start Calvin Ridley. Rip to Calvin Ridley's rest of the season.
he did
You're
well.
not
though.
starting him anymore. But yeah, Calvin Ridley is going to get that volume with everybody stopping Julio from getting touchdowns. It happens every year. At some point, Julio goes on a touchdown little dry spell. Russell Gage has emerged as Russell Gage is Russell Gage.
Russell Gage is Russell Gage.
Is he Russell Gage at all?
So Fuller got hurt, but
Wait, was this before or after?
This was after the huge game. He said cut him.
yeah,
I
right
think
after
he really meant
53.7.
sell high, right?
Yeah. So by cut, I meant get him off your team somehow. And if you're going to get him off your team the 53.7 week, then yeah, that means just trade him. Yeah, he had a couple one bad game. Then he got hurt during the Indiana game. And then when he came back, he had a good game against Indiana, and then he faced New England. So I guess if you're stashing Will Fuller,
And he dropped. Well, he did drop a touchdown.
that is true.
Didn't he get injured
And then
again?
he got injured again.
Bench DK
Unfortunate,
Metcalf.
honestly.
Screw that.
Well-
Start DK Metcalf every week. I was wrong. Start DK every week.
Well, it was bench him to see what you have.
Right.
And now you know you have a good player. So
Yeah.
You mean superstar that exposes elite cornerbacks like Jalen Ramsey.
shut up.
Speaking of superstars, Mark Andrews is Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
Jimmy Graham is Jimmy Graham. Everett has been a little bit of a disappointment. I thought he'd have a couple of games that were better than.
I mean, yeah, he had a couple bad games, a couple good games. In general, Rams tight end, that position has been pretty good. So
So I said this week 6, you were happy against Atlanta, disappointed against Cincinnati. I guess if you started Gerald Everett against Pittsburgh, you're happy with that. And then Chicago was a sucker, and then he got hurt against Baltimore.
But then Higbee had 2 good games after in his place.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see who I had. So, first off, Kyler, he had like 2 bad games after I said to start him. Then he went off 3 straight games, and then had the bye week, and now he's been putting up stinkers again. So it's been an interesting ride. You probably only started him in 2 good games, which was Tampa Bay, and then the second time against San Francisco, and then he put up 2 stinkers for you. So overall, you're not happy with him. Drew Brees, well, he came back like a week later, so you probably should have cut him, and then he has been doing pretty well. And he went off last week for 50 points. So
Quick check, is 6 passing touchdowns good?
No.
That's good.
it's pretty decent, yeah.
Good, okay.
Brissett. So I said, see what he does this
What
week, and then
numbers on
start
the
him if he
screen?
does
Hold
well. He did well that week, and then he put up a bunch of stinkers before he finally put up a good game this week. So that was not good for you at all. So Carlos Hyde has not been very great.
Ouch.
He's got a couple 10-point games, but not good. Cohen actually put together a string of a few decent games. So if you kept him around, and then you needed him during the bye weeks, he was actually a decent filler. Kenyon Drake, well, he got traded, and he went off against San Francisco. I don't know who started him. Did Robbie start him that week? I don't think he did.
I don't think
no,
he
he
did.
did.
Wait,
No, he did. He put him in his flex. I remember now. Yeah, my boy Drizzy. Love that dude. Screw Miami for not using him right.
I think. Did you say that you should bench him with the fact that he might get traded?
Yeah, I did.
There you go.
Shepard or Golden Tate if Shepard was injured, because Shepard ended up being out way longer than we thought. But Tate had a string of great games when Shepard was out, and then when Shepard came back, he had a good game. So you only had out of those 2, you only had 1 bad game. So that was great. Antonio Brown still is not with the team, and it's not look like he's going to be with them in time for anything fantasy relevant. Maybe he'll get on a page this week. So
Let me just put this on the screen. Oh, Didi Gregorius. All right.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
That,
I'm just going to put this on the screen so I can make it my thumbnail.
Oh, free the goat.
All right, we good.
really good.
Yeah.
And then Didi has not. He's
Didi on cue.
he's just meh. He's had a couple good games, but you can't really. He's just very
Dude,
inconsistent.
Didi Westbrook is not even the best athlete named
Named
Didi, and not
Didi.
even the best athlete named Westbrook.
Wow.
Yeah.
True.
Austin
Wait,
Hooper has
did you just
continued
say
to be
he's
Austin.
not even the best athlete named Westbrook? I thought you hated Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, but Westbrook is a better athlete.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
Austin Hooper has continued to be Austin Hooper until he got injured. Had a bad week last week, so hopefully he can bounce back this week. OJ Howard.
Bro, O.J. Howard had a 15-point game.
O.J. Howard.
Yeah, Cunningham was correct.
Cunningham was
Well-
correct, and then adding him back for Arizona was the move.
Yeah.
He might
Then
be worth a
cutting
look
him in.
now with Evans out. And then Knox, well, you benched him. He had crap games, and you could cut him, so pretty easy there.
Speaking of Arizona, I'd just like to point out the 2 regular tight ends that did not blow up against Arizona. Tyler Eifert and Vance McDonald.
Vance.
Didn't Vance get
At
injured?
Matthew Berry.
Vance McDizzy.
Yep, he got injured in the 3rd quarter, though, and the first half he didn't do anything.
He still could have gone off
Alright.
in the.
What? Were you saying something?
What?
He still could have gone off in the other game.
I don't know.
Alright. For my picks, quarterback, the man, the myth, the legend, Gardner Minshew, Gardy Party. Without the weeks that, well, he had very up and down weeks, but I think in general he did okay. He had a 23-point game against Cincinnati, a 29 against the New York Jets, and then 7 against Houston, and then he was injured, or not injured.
No, he got benched.
He was benched, yeah. And then he played against Tampa Bay, and then the Chargers for like 13 and 15 points. So it was like okay, I guess. Not really that good of a pick, but if you
you didn't start him against Tampa Bay because Nick Foles started the game.
Yeah. Trubisky.
And then you probably didn't start him against the Chargers because it's a matchup.
Yeah. Trubisky, yeah, actually he had quite a few good
Trubisky's
games.
been good.
Yeah.
He got
This one was
injured.
really
He was
surprising
fine.
to me, actually. After, like, week 8 and week 9, I was like, yeah, this is over. Like, he put up 7 against the Chargers, and then 6 against Philadelphia. And then he proceeded to put up, like, 25, 12, 20, 30, 37. And I was just like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, the thing with Trubisky is he can actually feast against bad defenses. He's a lot like Goff.
Yeah.
And that they do well in bad matchups, but they do really bad in bad matchups.
Yeah.
Just
And
put
then-
Trubisky and Goff in the same sentence.
And then Devlin Hodges, well, not really, like, great games, but he's been relying more on, like, the running game than passing it that much. But he's had, like,
He's not
games,
fantasy relevant.
Yeah,
No, yeah, he's
like,
not fantasy.
not really fantasy relevant at this point.
Neither is
Same
Mason.
for
Let's
Mason.
be
Yeah.
honest.
Running back, Mark Ingram, duh. Obviously, like, this was a pretty obvious pick at the time, and it still is fairly obvious now. Like, he just consistently puts up points. His lowest since the bye week was 8.2. His highest was, like, 24.8, and everything in between that was, like, pretty good. LaShawn McCoy, what happened to him?
He got hurt,
Yeah,
and then
he's been pretty. Yeah, has not been great.
He's been up and down.
Yeah, he's been not great.
He's not someone you want to be. Yeah, start.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably like
he's someone you throw in there if you like had nothing else, like whatever. But he plays in a good offense, maybe he'll get a touchdown or two.
Yeah. And then David Montgomery had quite a few good games, actually, against the Chargers in Philadelphia.
yeah, but you
Both
can never
also
tell when they're
coincidentally
coming.
games where Mitch Trubisky did poorly, so yeah, that's true. But he put up like 24 and then 26, and then 24 and then 22, and then 6, 6, 5, 17, 6. So like,
He probably overall hurt you because you never started him at the right time.
yeah, that's true. But like, if you didn't have a running back like me, maybe it was like a better option. Courtland Sutton, very good pick.
Yeah, he's
He's been very, very good. Wide receiver rank 18 so far on the season, so
he just balls out.
yeah.
It's a stud.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling had one good game against. So this podcast was right before Week 7 in the NFL, I think, right?
Yeah.
Or was it before? Yeah. Okay. So Week 7 he had 21 points, and then after that he had 1.4, and then 0-0 by 1.7, 0-0. So it just be like that sometimes. Brandon Cooks.
legend has it that Matthew Berry is still saying Marquez Valdez-Scantling will be a wide receiver too.
Yeah. This one was a bad pick because Brandon Cooks after Week 7 did not do anything.
He got injured, and
Yeah,
then
he got injured first.
when he came back, he still did nothing.
Yeah,
Well, that means hopefully you cut him,
yeah.
or
And then-
at least didn't play him.
And then Hunter Henry, beast, wide receiver 6 on the
Yep.
season. Not much else to say about him. He's been very good.
Wide
Vance
receiver
McDonald-
6.
Oh, sorry, tight end 6. Sorry. Yeah, definitely not wide receiver 6. That would be very surprising. But Vance McDonald after Week 7 basically did nothing except for one pop-up game against Indiana where he had a touchdown and 5 catches. But you're better off cutting him. And then OJ Howard. Yeah.
I guess if you mean bench just for the Arizona matchup, then cut him if you have that roster space. Sure.
I mean, he's actually been like decent in certain matchups, but it was
Yeah,
hard
no.
to
In
predict.
2 matchups.
Yeah.
In exactly 2 matchups.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, there was a second one where he made more than one.
Okay,
catch?
he played
Yeah, last week, dude.
Wait,
last
what?
week. No, 2 weeks before. 2 weeks ago, he had 11.1 points with 5 catches, and then a week ago he had 11.3
Oh,
with 4
shoot.
catches.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So surprise, he wasn't actually like that bad, but you really couldn't have like guessed,
Oh, wow. Okay. That's
especially because he put up 0
That's actually
against
surprising.
New Orleans.
Well, that was injuries, I think. Oh, well, one of them was not an injury though.
No.
Oh yeah, that was the week that he gave the ball to the other team, the interception,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the behind the back,
Yeah. The one against the Saints. It's pretty.
and
bad.
then Arians was like, "No, you're going to the bench. You can't
And
ever
then-
break 14 targets."
and then he got unbenched a week later, and then got.
All right, I'll finish this off.
Yeah.
Okay, so my
Lamar!
my start was Lamar. Obviously, number one quarterback in fantasy. Nothing to really say there. He is a beast, and will probably win MVP. I said to cut Jared Goff. This one's kind of interesting.
Bro.
I have that in front of me. I'm going to talk about it. So I think what I said was, I don't remember. I might have said cut him after Cincinnati.
That's what I.
That's what you said. That's what Francisco said.
I said that when you said cut him. I said keep him for Atlanta and Cincinnati and cut him.
Yeah, like I think what I said was like he's not taking advantage of his good matchups, but he did. So, and then he was awful he was unusable for 4 weeks, and now he's been decent again. So
he's gonna drop the next 2 weeks because of the matchups again.
Yeah.
She took Francisco as the ice in 1 week, and it actually worked.
I think in general it was a bad pick because he did take advantage of the good matchup. So
yeah, it should have been a bench.
yeah, bench. Well, not bench because
he should have been a start then cut.
We didn't have
I think cut is the correct designation for him, with the caveat that it would be after 2 weeks after.
Yeah, I think the problem was that I didn't say that Francisco.
Yeah.
And then Philip Rivers has.
You should have just swapped Rivers and Goff.
Woof. He finally had a good week this week after like a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
So
no longer quietly underrated.
No longer quietly having an MVP season.
No MVP season this year, boys.
Okay, so I said to start Kevin Coleman.
Kevin Coleman is not good.
Alexa.
2 weeks after I said that, he had 40 points, or 36.
Oh, that's right. That was after. That was before.
Oh my.
And then he was trash. He's been trash ever since, so not a good pick.
This is so sad.
Adrian Peterson, I said to cut him. He's had, like, I don't think he's not cut. He wasn't, and he didn't end up being cut with it because, like, he had like bad matchups, but he actually did well in them. Like, for what they were.
Every
Like,
Callahan was just like, run the ball.
Like 10 to 12 points in a lot of them, which is pretty good. So, no, I don't think a cut-worthy player. Someone you can put in there if you need to, but not cut-worthy.
Well, it's weird. Like, he had a couple of good matches that he stunk up, and then a couple of bad matches that he did really well. So it's kind of hard to predict.
And then Mixon, I said to bench him. I think that week he started doing well again, like right after.
He might be start worthy with those numbers, yeah.
No, like he's had like literally like 5 of his like half of his week have been 17 point something points.
Yeah.
Like exactly 17 point something. And last week he went up for 27.
Yeah.
So why did I said to cut him for bench him for a while to see.
I think in this case he's start worthy for sure, but yeah.
Yeah, well now he's start worthy, but I'm saying like I don't think that wasn't a bad pick because like.
Yeah, that was a good pick.
A few weeks you realize okay you can actually start me in.
Let's push the tempo.
Yeah.
All right. So I said start John Brown. He's been like 12 to 15 points a bunch of weeks, and he had a blow-up game, so he didn't hurt you, but he wasn't really amazing. Which like he didn't put up as many points as I was hoping.
He might not be start worthy for the rest of the season, though. I think his time might be done.
Yeah.
All right. I said to cut Corey Davis.
Corey Davis is Corey Davis.
He is so garbage.
A.J. Brown, baby.
He put up. Funny thing is, right after this, he put up 20 points, then he stopped. And then bench Sammy Watkins. Should cut Sammy Watkins, but if you had him on the bench, you knew after a couple of weeks, all right, whatever, cut him.
Yeah.
Waller hasn't been amazing. He had a 30-point week, and then like a bunch of like 10 and 8.
Mark Andrews.
And then some 17-11 again. So
I mean,
not
you take that from a tight end any day.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, if you have him, you're fine, like, just putting him in. All right, Jason Witten, he's had, like, 2 double-digit games and then a bunch of, like, 1, 3, and maybe an 8 in there. So, like, if someone picked him up, maybe they start him. He's, like, a fill-in that you can pick up and put in, but he's not a starter. And then Delaney Walker injured, so not much to say.
Unfortunate.
Fs.
All right, I'm gonna actually give the win to Daniel on this one.
Yeah.
I'll give him the rare win. Like, just gotta tip your cap when you got it, right? Like, all his cuts were pretty good cuts, except Trubisky. The bench is like kind of sus.
Trubisky was a good cut.
Starts were good. Yeah, Daniel takes the win on this one. First one of the year.
Big.
Yeah, so last segment, we'll push the tempo on this one. Love hates for the last 2 weeks. It's weeks 15 and 16. I'll start. My first love is Mr. Consistency, James White. He's not gonna put up single digits the last 2 weeks. He's only done that, I guess, once in the last several weeks.
I think once in a whole year, pretty sure.
Twice in a whole year, I think, something like that. Faces Cincinnati and Buffalo. He's gonna just be a pass catching monster late in games. He'll do his due diligence and be an RB2 for you. And dare I say, has 20-point upside both those games.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm next. So, my love is someone who's hurt you a lot of the season. It's Saquon Barkley of the New York Giants. But he has some great matchups coming up. The last 2 weeks he has Miami and Washington. I think even though he's been pretty bad, they're going to be able to run on these teams. Someone that you can trust, even if it hasn't been so good before. Remember, the Eagles are actually pretty good against the run, so that's why he struggled last week.
He also broke out a couple of big plays and looked like his old self. Like, he didn't really look off at all. He was looking off earlier, but not anymore.
Yeah. My running back pick, I actually amended this to say the Denver backfield, but Philip Lindsay and what's the other guy's name?
Royce Freeman.
Royce
Royce
Freeman.
Freeman.
I don't know about Royce, dude. He's been getting a lot less involvement.
Yeah,
but
that's
maybe
true.
with Drew Lock back, he can be involved again.
I'm not sure, but the point is they're facing Kansas City and Detroit, two of the worst run defenses in the league, and there's really not much else to say about that, other than I think Denver will go to the fun game a lot.
I think I don't know about Philip Lindsay. He just doesn't
He hasn't taken advantage
had,
of his good
some-
matchups as much as you would have
Yeah,
liked.
that's the
Right? Yeah, that's true, but I don't know.
He hasn't stunk either.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
consistent, I think, in general.
Also, remember that KC actually has a pulse on the run defense this year, which is not intuitive, but they can actually defend the run a little bit. So keep that in mind.
No, they can defend the pass, not the run.
Yeah, the run is.
Did I have
the
reverse?
the run is still pretty
Yeah,
good.
you have it in
But
reverse.
The pass is much better.
Okay, so my running back love is the number one running back on the San Francisco
God.
49ers, which is
Raheem.
is Matt Britt is Jeff what? No, Raheem.
Tevin
Mostert.
Cole.
Raheem
Dude,
Mostert.
why is Raheem Mostert good?
Yes.
Bro, his
Dude,
name is
he was
literally
act-
must start.
Wait,
His name is literally must start.
He's actually been over his career. He has one of the highest YPCs, so it wasn't actually.
So does Matt Breida.
If you look at, yeah, but Matt Breida gets injured all the time.
That's true.
Yes, he gets one of the highest YPCs, and he's 23% roster. He had a receiving touchdown on a trick play, but he also had good rushing numbers. So yeah, you can start him. Atlanta and the Rams. I guess maybe the Rams aren't the best matchup, but he's still good. I think you can start him. Just 2 weeks. Yeah.
Great. My wide receiver love pick is a guy who's been a fantasy monster all season long, but even more so going through the rest of the season with Mike Evans having an injury concern, and the matchups coming up: Detroit and Houston. Chris Godwin, Jameis, we know by now, is not going to stop passing the ball. No matter what happens to the ball, he's going to keep passing it. Chris Godwin has looked pretty good all season long against good matchups, against bad matchups. So Chris Godwin, can't stop him.
All right, for my wide receiver love pick, I am going with a Jacksonville wide receiver. It's actually Chris Conley, because they play Oakland and Atlanta, two really, really bad defenses. And DJ Chark might be out. So if DJ Chark, is out, that means Chris Conley gets more work. He's only 17.9% rostered, so he could be available in some leagues. If you have some injury troubles, like one of my teams does, I just lost Marvin Jones and Calvin Ridley, then Chris Conley's worth a look.
Y'all remember when you vetoed Greg Olsen and Chris Conley for Devin Singletary? I remember.
I did not.
Yeah,
feel
that was way back in. I didn't veto that, just for the record.
You and Patrick go
That is
all
true.
the way back to your days.
Oh shit.
I did not veto it either.
My wide receiver pick is Tyler Lockett. I was about to pick DK Metcalf, but turns out that neither Carolina or Arizona have good cornerbacks that can match up against Tyler Lockett, other than Patrick Peterson. But Patrick Peterson has been on a down year, I guess. But Tyler Lockett is facing Carolina and Arizona, and these are two of the worst pass defenses in the league, and he's playing with Russell Wilson, so he'll obviously get the ball a lot, and yeah.
I actually agree with this love pick for a different reason.
What's the different reason?
So you said that Carolina and Arizona don't have great cornerbacks.
Yeah.
I disagree. Carolina has James Bradbury, and James Bradbury has done well against the number one wide receivers on the team. You know who's the number one wide receiver on the team? It's DK Metcalf.
No, stop. Please do not give
For
me
all
this
intents and purposes, for the team's sake, who is being covered by the number one cornerback? Who did Jalen Ramsey cover? It wasn't Tyler Lockett.
DK Metcalf.
It's because Tyler Lockett plays a lot in the slot.
It's also because DK Metcalf is the most explosive player on the team, so they want to stop the big plays.
I don't know how much more Ahaan jacking off to DK Metcalf I could take.
Well, when he stops being good, I'll stop.
All right, okay. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see who Tyler Lockett is covered by this week and next week, and
Sure, it could also not be a
get
shadow
him
coverage.
rub in my face. if
Alejandro,
you're right.
please talk about the best Ole Miss wide receiver rookie year. Thank you.
Laquan Treadwell?
I said rookie.
Laquan Treadwell.
Yeah, so it's A.J. Brown from the Tennessee Titans. He is my love pick for the last 2 weeks. He faces Houston and New Orleans, both who just got destroyed by good wide receivers. So, yeah, and he's been going off, and Francisco's right. I should have picked him for my flex. Too late now.
Arthur Juan Brown. Is Arthur Juan Brown.
And he is actually good, unlike Corey Davis, who is complete trash.
Corey Davis has more drops per game than I did in the flag football season this year.
Wow, none of us picked a tight end, love or hate.
I did.
First week all season.
It's almost like tight end is the
Oh,
most
I
boring
missed that.
position this year, outside of Mark Andrews.
All right, go.
And
Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get some redemption here for moving away from the Drew Lock plan for the host bowl. If you haven't noticed yet, Drew Lock is very good. Well, good enough that he can take advantage of bad matchups. Faces Kansas City and Detroit. He's 1.2% rostered. If you need any sort of quarterback help, he should be the number one option off the waiver wire.
Assuming Tannehill is not available.
Assuming Tannehill is not available. Although, who does Tannehill face? I forget.
It doesn't matter.
I would
He's a
argue that
beast.
Drew Lock might be a safer option for the next couple.
No,
Yeah, I
Tannehill's
think-
a jersey option.
But yeah, 1.2 rostered. If you need any sort of quarterback insurance or
Tannehill
help, you
faces
gotta pick up Drew Lock.
Houston and New Orleans. So
And-
maybe.
Quick shout out since I can now. Anag, Rovi, and I finally won our Pigskin Pick'em this week. There is a God, and it was me pushing the Drew Lock hype train
Big.
that helped us pick Broncos this week. So that was huge.
Big.
I love Drew Lock.
All right, so this might not make sense if you don't own Russell Wilson, but if you own Russell Wilson, you've actually been pretty disappointed with him 6 out of 7 weeks. He's had under 21 points in 6 out of the last 7 weeks, and then a huge blow-up game, like a 40. So he's been actually disappointing your fantasy team a lot, but he gets 2 juicy matchups, Carolina and Arizona. There's no way he's not going to have good games against these 2 teams. So keep starting with confidence. I know it's been rough, but if you survive with Russell Wilson, keep plugging him in.
My quarterback love pick is also off the waiver wire. It's Gardner Minshew. He plays Oakland and Atlanta, 2 of the worst defenses against quarterbacks in the league as well. And I think that recently he's been regaining his form. I don't think Nick Foles will take over the starting job again anytime soon. And he will be able to take advantage of these next few matchups, especially if DJ Chark is coming back. I don't know if he is though.
We'll
I'm not
see.
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but if DJ Shark is back, this is a very obvious waiver wire pickup. If he's not, then this is like less obvious, but you should still go with him.
All right, so my last love pick is Austin Hooper of the Falcons. He's back from injury. Actually, how did he do last week? I can't.
5
It's
points.
not loading for me. 5 points. All right, so that's not great, but I think first of all he'll be more in shape this week, and second of all, now there's no Calvin Ridley anymore, so he's gonna get more targets, and I think he gets back in a groove, and they're gonna need him against against the Niners for sure. We're a good defense. They're gonna need his presence in the middle, and then Jacksonville is not as good a defense, but he can do well against that too. So.
Cool. Hate picks time. A running back hate pick faces San Francisco and Jacksonville. Is Devontae Freeman not getting too much help from Matt Ryan because Matt Ryan's been bad the last few weeks. Atlanta offense in general is not trustworthy. We've not seen any sort of developments out of Devontae Freeman that shows he's back to where he was a couple of years ago. Bold prediction of the week is Devontae Freeman will put up under 8 points the last 2 weeks.
Ooh.
I think Jackson will
In
be very
total?
much. He'll do well against
Under
them.
8?
Or
Each game
Under 8 in both?
under 8 in both matchups.
Like both combined? Or
No.
each?
Each
No.
matchup. Under 8 in week 15, under 8 in week 16.
Doesn't
Both
matter
look
because
good.
Jacksonville is a terrible defense right now, and he's going to do pretty well against them.
Right.
He gets like 15 against them.
Right.
All right, so let me just set the scene.
Oh, God.
You're thinking, okay, I need a running back. There's a team that just lost. It's number 2, 1 or 2 wide receiver. They played Detroit and Houston the last 2 weeks. The quarterback just injured his hand. Maybe they'll need to rely on the running backs. Should they play these running backs? Do not play Peyton Barber, Ronald Jones. Don't fall for it. Bruce Arians is out to destroy fantasy player seasons. Don't play them. I know the matchups are amazing. I know it seems like they might run the ball more. Don't fall for it because you can't trust either of these guys.
Thank you, Francisco, for that very relevant advice. I mean, I'm still starting him because I don't have any other running
Well,
backs
yeah,
to start.
if you literally have, if your other option is Brian Hill, then I guess start Barber.
Yeah. My running back hate pick this week for the next 2 weeks is actually Ezekiel Elliott because he faces 2 teams with the same pattern of defense, namely the Rams and Philadelphia, who have good front sevens and piss poor pass defense. So look for Dak to throw the ball a lot more than he has been. I know he's not been particularly good this year either, but I think in these 2 matchups he will definitely throw the ball a lot more, and for Zeke to get much less workload than he usually does.
My one playoff team, I have Zeke, so I'm liking this.
Big.
Oh,
All right, so my running back love pick, or hate pick, love pick, is Le'Veon Bell of the Jets. Is he even going to play this week? Do we know?
I don't know,
the
but-
official answer is maybe.
Okay.
He's not
so
even-
he went to-
If
first
it's
of
just an
all,
illness, presumably he'll have recovered by 1 week later, right?
that's true. Well, it's not like 1 week.
But
Anyway,
it's a Thursday game.
Okay. Oh, okay.
yeah, it's
5 days, maybe then.
okay. So first of all, he has not been good the whole year, really, except for a couple games, maybe. Second of all, he plays the Ravens and Steelers, who have really good defenses. Yeah, so don't play him. I mean, or play him, but no, you only get 15 points max, because that's what happens all the time.
Like in desperation because I literally have no other running backs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
All right, my wide receiver hate pick. I needed a wide receiver 1 on this list. I got you one. It's Tyreek Hill. So Denver defense is, it's I'll use the word suspect. Chicago pass defense, pretty good, but still a little suspect, not where they were last year. What they're good at is preventing the huge plays. Tyreek Hill feasts on huge plays. Towards the end of the season, over the last couple of years, Tyreek Hill also has a tendency of disappointing you in the fantasy playoffs. I'll go again. Tyreek Hill will disappoint you if you. I mean, you probably are starting him if you have him on your team. but prepare to be
I mean,
disappointed.
yeah, you can't bench Tyreek Hill. He's Tyreek Hill.
You can't bench Tyreek Hill, but last couple of weeks, it's going to be Kelsey time. Tyreek Hill will disappoint you again.
Can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Put screen share and type in onto YouTube Tyreek Hill versus Denver highlights. I believe it was week 6.
All right. Let's do it.
Well,
You don't actually have to do it. No, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a waste of time. The point is, no, I'm saying he
Was that
did
in
do
Denver?
well. He did well with the backup quarterback against Denver. So I don't know if I necessarily believe that.
I'm all about bold predictions today with my hate picks because I struggled so much with them.
All right, well, like I've been saying all season, Jared Goff does well against good matchups and does terrible against bad matchups. Dallas and San Francisco, they're going to be bad matchups. So the passing game is not going to be very good. On top of that, passing game in the last few weeks has been going to the tight ends and to Robert Woods. So who's that going to hurt the most? Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp is my hate pick. He's going to be pretty... I think he's just been going on a downward slope since that huge 300-yard game in London, and I think it's going to continue. You're not going to be able to use him. And also I think they've been giving the ball to Gurley a lot more. They're taking him off his snap count because they need to win out to make the playoffs pretty much. Stay away from Cooper Kupp. I know it sucks, but you don't do it.
All right, so my hate pick
Wait! You've got me.
not going to be talked about yet because Daniel's going to go first.
So actually, after looking at this hate pick, I decided maybe this is not such a good idea because I forgot Calvin Ridley was injured.
We need Alejandro to win the league. Let's do it, baby.
Unfortunate.
Thank you for doing this, Daniel.
But
Thank you very much.
That exists. Okay. But I picked Julio without realizing that Calvin Ridley was injured, but. He does play 2 very difficult defenses, which is San Francisco and...
Jacksonville's terrible. What are you talking about?
Jacksonville sucks.
Okay, fine. Sorry. He plays 1 good defense and 1, okay defense. Okay, yeah, maybe this was not a good pick after all.
No, don't go back on it.
No, keep it. I need you to have this as bad pick.
I mean, there are players on that Atlanta roster who will, get more receptions and more targets, and
I didn't even know who
Austin
was until
did you? If you watched that game, there was Zacchaeus. That guy just ran for 93 yards after catch or something, and then he just scored. It was insane, but he'll be more involved. Russell Gage will be more involved. I don't think Julio will see more targets, and plus he hasn't gotten a touchdown in. What is it now? 7 or 8 games. So
Julio Jones experience
great for him. But yeah, I'm kind of regretting this pick now. But whatever.
Alejandro and Daniel are going to exchange blows here. I like it. They're wide receiver hate picks.
Wait, what?
Because
Daniel
mine
has
is on your team and yours is on my team.
Yeah, my pick is Kenny Galladay. I did pick this knowing Marvin Jones injured. I think first of all, the quarterback, hello. He has actually been getting the ball, but I think that it's just he might still end up like 12 points, but I don't think he's gonna blow up like you might expect. You might hope for against the Tampa Bay defense. So and then the next week is against Denver, who has a much better defense. He'll get matched up by Chris Harris, probably, I guess. So yeah, that's why I think it might still get 12 points, but I don't think he's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
4.
All right, last round. Quarterback. This is just your monthly reminder that Jimmy Garoppolo is overrated.
No, it's just a monthly reminder that Ahaan doesn't like Jimmy Garoppolo.
Okay, here's the thing with Jimmy Garoppolo. Even though this is, again, a bold prediction because the matchups are spicy, Jimmy Garoppolo does not have back-to-back blow-up games. It just doesn't happen. So if you think you're going to get a blow-up game against Atlanta, you're probably wrong. The 49ers' offense has been one of the most intriguing because of their running games. The running game has not been as involved outside of freaking Raheem Mostert of the last few games. So Kyle Shanahan will get a little greedy with the run game and try to exploit the Falcons' weakness on the D-line. Jimmy Garoppolo will not have a good Week 15. You can write that on a piece of paper. Week 16, well, we'll see how he reacts to Week 15. But this is mostly off of Week 15. Don't expect anything.
Okay, Zoomer. My hate pick, I hate to do this because I love this dude. You know, he was a rock for the team in the middle of the season, even though he lost all those games. He was still good for my team. It's Josh Allen. He has the worst two matchups he could basically possibly have. Pittsburgh and New England. You can't play him in those matchups. He just did terrible last week in a bad matchup for him. It was Baltimore, right? They played Baltimore?
Wait, let me think about it.
Yeah,
Sounds correct, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So, Baltimore killed him. Pittsburgh's going to kill him. New England.
So I disagree that Josh Allen is not start-worthy Week 16. If there's a type of quarterback that can possibly get to the Patriots,
He was
Josh
trash
Allen.
against us the last time he played us. I know he got injured, but even before then he was trash.
I don't know. Patriots struggle against quarterbacks who can actually move out of the pocket and run
They're
around.
not playing in New England, right? They're playing
Dude,
in Buffalo.
he threw like 3 picks before he got concussed against the Patriots.
I don't know.
Wait, they're playing in Buffalo in that game, right?
No, they're
No.
playing in
They-
New England.
Oh, okay, never mind then. You're done, right? Okay. My quarterback hate pick this week
Let's go!
for these next 2 weeks is Kirk Cousins, and I'm probably jinxing it because I play Ahaan, and he has Kirk Cousins. But yeah.
Chargers are a tough
Starting Cousins
matchup.
over Matt Ryan now.
Sorry.
I'm actually starting Cousins over Matt Ryan now.
Oh my
Let's go.
fucking god.
Against the Chargers? Have fun with that.
Yeah, okay, but like the narrative that Kirk Cousins does horribly against like good teams no longer exists in 2019 because like he has actually done well against good teams and good defenses. For example, like Kansas City, who is like actually good this year against the pass, but he put up 27
Denver.
points against them.
Still Denver.
However, he did very badly in that one game against Green Bay, and I predict that matchup is going to be especially bad for him because their defense is good, and the same for the Chargers, basically. So, yeah, I feel like for these 2 weeks, he won't do particularly well.
Yeah, Chargers have been real rough to play quarterbacks against
Yeah.
for a while.
Well, we've come a long way since Daniel said last year that the Chargers' defense is not good. So,
Big if true.
encouraging.
Okay, so my last hate pick is another tight end. It's David Njoku. Yeah, so like basically, first of all, he was on IR forever, so he's not. I don't know how much in shape he is. And people are like, "Oh wow, Arizona matchup, he's gonna do well." Well, we saw that not everyone does well. Evan Ingram, for
Tyler
example.
McDonald.
Rhett Ellison, though.
Lance Eifert.
Yeah, so I think, first of all, he's not really like a focus for this team on offense, and just like I think there's enough other weapons on the Browns that he's not going to really do much, and like he's just been out for so long that I think it'll be. I think maybe he could still get a touchdown, and maybe he'll have like 10 points, but I don't think it'll be a blow up like people expect.
All right, let's get the fire before we cut it. Get the fire. Alejandro is going to win the fantasy football championship in 2019. In 2 weeks, we're going to look back and laugh how much we overreacted about his team's injuries and 3-game losing streak.
I'm still picking a rule.
I believe in LA. What other hot takes? Give me the shout.
At least you got your money back.
We have
At
a
least you
chance
got your
at a
money
5
back.
versus 6 final.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah.
Oh,
Not a
that'd be
very
nice.
good chance, but a chance.
Oh no, that wouldn't be nice. Ian
I
would be
prefer
fine.
2 versus 5. But,
Yeah, me too.
But, you know.
And we got the only representative of the NFC. It would be in the final. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Save some respect.
Imagine if the NFC wins the championship. That would be crazy.
That'd be hilarious.
No,
Justin, cue up the memes.
You wouldn't be able to say it's because of schedule because
Everyone has the same schedule, right?
Everyone has round robin.
Yeah.
Nobody else gonna spit some fire? Everybody said,
There's nothing coming to mind right now, like in terms
right?
of the playoff bracket or like.
Should I double up, triple up?
Let's hear it.
I
let's
got
hear
one.
it.
I'm gonna have my
Okay.
closest fantasy basketball week of the season so far this week, and I might lose.
Dude, nobody cares.
This is a fantasy football podcast, please. Ahaan, what's your hot take?
Oh, I didn't even think of one, but I could probably produce one quickly.
So you're asking for the hot fire, and you don't even have your own hot fire?
Dude, I can probably produce hot fire quickly. It's what I do.
The Calgary Flames are gonna win the championship. I don't even know how good they are.
Okay, you have one sport left to cover. Say it.
You mean the Edmonton Oilers?
God.
Justin just
Nutted.
yeah.
Justin just nutted.
I wasn't gonna say it, but
Wait, is Justin a secondary Vegas Golden Knights fan?
I don't know. Probably not.
All right,
I believe in the Oilers.
I
Will
need
go,
it.
the Oilers will go at least 2 rounds of the playoffs this
wait,
year.
I need a baseball take. Mookie Betts is staying.
No.
Define,
no,
if you,
fuck
for some
no.
definition of staying, that's true,
Mookie
right?
Betts will be playing in Boston next year.
2020,
That's not
right?
particularly hot.
Yeah, that's not a hot take.
Like
Oh,
the
when is he
the most
supposedly
likely
leaving?
scenario. Okay, his
He's a free agent
contract
after the
expires at
2020.
the end of 2020.
Oh,
so the most likely.
Mookie Betts will be a Boston Red Sox in 2021.
Okay, that's a hot take.
That's
a
very
hot.
hot.
That's a
and
hot.
almost impossible in my mind. But
Oh,
my hot
Daniel
take-
said it!
What?
Daniel said it!
Yes.
Mookie in Boston for life.
Okay,
Just use the magic word and then cut the tape.
trivial.
Let's go!
All right, see you guys next week.